Hey guys, welcome back. I'm JohnnyBoy0056, and today we're going to check out Motortown Behind the Wheel Early Access. Hope you guys are doing well. Picked this game up on Steam. It's a driving sim. You don't have to use a wheel, but since I have the wheel and the pedals and the shifter, I said let's give it a try and show you guys what the game is about. So let's jump right in here. So when you start the game, this is the screen that you guys start out on. So you can jump right into driving. You can do some time attack, race, or join online servers. So that's pretty cool. Options are fairly in depth. Right now you can, change things just about the gameplay in general. Length units, language, if things are in kilometers, stuff like that. Graphically, some pretty basic stuff there. The controls is where it's very helpful because the game does come fully compatible with steering wheel. This is the G29 by Logitech, and it works perfectly with this one. So you can set your controller to the keyboard, a keyboard and mouse, a gamepad being, I think currently the support is for Xbox controllers, not PlayStation controllers. I believe the developer did say they were working on that. Trying to get that into a hotfix. But currently, I believe it's just the Xbox control. And, of course, the steering wheel. So by setting the steering wheel, we just had to go through and remap our buttons. But it's fully supported. Once you click it, it's real simple to assign. You just basically select the throttle. So I click here, and I put my foot on the pedal that I want to use as a throttle, and I press it. And it assigns it. And then you can see, depending on how much gas I give it, if it works, how well it's working. Steering works good. There's midway, so it should be half filled. Take it all the way up, back to the middle. Brake, clutch, everything else. I've also assigned the shifter. The game, you can do automatic, or you can do shifting, manually shifting, or you can do arcade style, where your brake becomes your reverse if you hold it down long enough. So pretty much however you guys want to do it. If you just have a wheel and pedals and no shifter, you can of course do it with you can just do it with that. So I've assigned all of my, that's a loud truck. I've assigned all of my my gears here. So those are all programmed. The character movement, when you're out of the car, you can program that. So I got that ready to go. And then you just have things like your engine, turn on your engine, turn off your engine, your turn signals, your horn. I've programmed everything into this column for remapping. So the wheel is good to go. And just when you're doing that, you have to understand, you do need to make sure that steering wheel select. This is not just for remapping. You need to actually select steering wheel. If you leave it on keyboard selected like this, your steering wheel will not work. So you need to make sure you stay on steering wheel here, and you can change the force feedback amount and tweak it to your liking. So make sure that the steering wheel is highlighted before you exit out of this menu. Okay. Just some other assisting stuff. This is where we can turn on the auto shift and everything. So we'll turn on auto shift off, and I don't want the auto reverse because I'm going to use my shifter. So I'm going to turn that off, and I will turn off the auto start engine. So I will have to start and stop my engine myself. Game's pretty cool. Let's check it out. I will show you guys right now. Let's back out. Let's go ahead and drive. We're going to drive on the island. There's only one map currently, no other map. Day-night cycles in minutes. Every 30 minutes it goes to night, and 30 minutes it goes to day. So I think for the sake of this, what's this guy doing? What's he doing there? For the sake of this, we'll take it down to 15 minutes so you guys can see the cycle better. It's a public, and maximum we can change the number of people that we want to be allowed to join. And it's public. It says right here, multiplayer. If you set allow join on, other players can join your session from the join menu. So you can make it so other players can actually play in the map. You can play with friends. You can play with strangers. So that part's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start. All right, so here we are. We've just started a new character and a new game. You do have to, here, I'll just show you before we, because I had already created the character, but I want you guys to see. You go to a character screen, let it load in here. All right, so you select, if you don't have any names here, obviously, because it's your first time playing, you just create, and then you just basically make your character. This is Mike Speeds, which you guys can see. He has 0 experience, 0 anything. He's level 1 on everything. So we do need to start leveling. He's got 0 money. Okay. So we'll select him, and we'll go ahead and drive, and change this back to 15, and start. So when the game starts, you guys get this nice Stinger. So new quest, drive Stinger right out of the gate. Beautiful blue muscle car called Stinger is yours. Go to driver's side door and enter the vehicle. So I've mapped those buttons onto my wheel so I can easily just get in and out. I don't have to reach across and use my keyboard for everything. Even though the wheel is selected in the menu, the keyboard buttons will still work, but not the other way around. If you select keyboard in the menu, your steering wheel will not work. Okay, so do have to reach over and move like that, but you could program those buttons onto the wheel depending on how you guys like it. I used my D-pad for other functions, so I don't have that program. So once you come over here, you jump in the car with the button. You can give it, so new quest, pick up a hitchhiker. You can give them a ride to hitchhiker, find them on the roadside. Set as your destination. Okay, so now you look on the bottom left, under me, right down there, you see the blue line. All right, so if you guys look here, the wheel is turning, and the wheel is turning. Okay, we can start the engine. Okay, so the car is running, giving it some throttle. So we can hold down our clutch. We can shift in the bottom right on the RPMs. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened to 5 and 6? I don't know. Maybe it's only 4 gears, or maybe I can't shift because I'm not driving. I'm not sure. But the R program, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then reverse is there. All right, so you got that. You do have a temperature gauge in the bottom right, a fuel gauge in the bottom right. Your fuel does slowly go down, and your temperature, if you just constantly run the car at full speed the whole time you're driving, or you keep flooring it and punching it as fast as you can everywhere, the engine overheats. You then have to go pay for repairs, or you have to pull over, let the car cool down. So immersive wise, it's pretty good. I've set my blinkers. Got a blinker left, blinker right. The game has also incorporated hazard lights. So that's cool. And then I've got headlights. Headlights on, headlights off. You get indication in the bottom right also over the RPM. So if I turn on my headlights, and all your buttons are also listed there depending on what you've programmed on the right side, so you know what to press to do what you wanted. So you have regular, brights, and off. And we'll see those function in the night mode. All right, and then of course you have first-person view. So we can drive in first-person view. We can drive in this view where it takes the car body away and just leaves you with the steering wheel and wheels. And then a close-up from third person and a distance third person. All right, so let's go get our friend here. So we can check our mirrors. You got the mirror on the left, so you've got the up high. You got the mirrors, the digital version of the mirrors, and then an actual on the car. You also have a functioning mirror. But for the sake of simplicity, the game right off the bat starts you off with these two mirrors. So you can pull into the road. All right, we can signal our turn. Make our left. Pull into the box, turns green. Okay, now you get an additional function in the right. So it says button 0, which is my X on my steering wheel, but I know which button that is. Okay, and if we look out over here, you can see there's a blue marker there, green box, and the guy with the hitchhiker's thumb waiting to be picked up. All right, so we just press our function button. Can you give me a ride? He wants to go from here, where we are now, just down the street over here to this little spot here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, deliver him to the destination. Okay, so we can go in here. And we also have the ability, I set my D-pad to look right, to look left. And if the camera gets off-centered, I have the up on the D-pad to center it right back to where I want it. So if something happens, I'm out of control, I'm like this, I just press up, and it goes right back dead center to the wheel. You also have 3 driving modes. You have drift mode, comfort mode, and sport mode. Which one you're in, problems right in the middle of the screen. Drift mode is obvious. That's going to be a more sporty driving with a loose end. Comfort, ideally, when you're using automatic transmission, it keeps the engine at the gear above what it should be in, so your speed is more controlled and speed is more gradual. And then if you go to sport, obviously that's basically all the horsepower in the car will allow you to drive. All right, so for the sake of learning, I suggest comfort. And now we've got a GPS, so we need to make a U-turn. We're going to check our mirror. Back it up. All right, so we've got a stop sign here. So you guys can... All right, so now it is nighttime in the game. So I will very simply kick on my headlights. You have regular headlights, you have bright lights, and then off. So you got your headlights. Make our left. We can shift into second. And off we go. So ideally you want to stay on the lines better than I am at the moment. And I'm going to pause just for a second because I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So obviously for immersion purposes, you guys probably want to be at 100%. But for me, I'm going to take this down to 45%. Just to make sure you guys can hear me. And shifting. So I'm just showing you how the manual transmission works. And by the way, the game is defaulted in kilometers per hour. There goes a cop right there. The cops can pull you over, and they can issue you tickets, which will take your money in game. It does look like you can actually drive a police car and behave as a police officer in the game. I know for sure you can drive the car. I don't know what functionality the game will have for a person. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I don't know what functionality we'll have as a police officer. I haven't gotten there yet, but the level is fairly high that you have to earn in-game before you can even drive the police car.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. New quest, use drift driving mode. You can change vehicles drive mode by pressing, well, this is, see these, what the instructions tell you is based on a controller. So I'm not using a controller. So B doesn't, it's not the letter B on the keyboard, and there's no B on my steering wheel. So you need to figure out through the menu what button that is. I know on the keyboard for me, it's Q, the letter Q. And here it goes. It tells you about the driving modes. So comfort mode is for relaxed driving. Automatic uses higher gear, and TCS ESC makes the car stable. Brake becomes slower and weaker. Sport mode is for racing. Automatically uses a higher RPM, and TCS ESC lose traction a little bit. And drift mode is for go sideways. Automatic holds gear while drifting. TCS ESC allows going sideways too. You can always override the drift mode by using burnout, which we've programmed to a different button. All right, so thanks for the ride. We got some XP. We didn't get any money for that, but we got XP. So we're earning here driving experience. Driver level is required to own, drive certain vehicles. So there's many vehicles. There's dump trucks, semi-trucks, tow trucks, different types of cars. So depending on what kind of car they are, ambulances are in the game as well. Depending on what kind of car they are, it's based on your levels. And then not just one level. There's multiple levels of driving. So some of them are like one's represented by a helmet. So, it's different things that you do have to level up, not just one overall XP bar. All right, so we'll say okay. All right, so you can see the temperature in my car right now has gone up a little bit just because it's operating, it's running. All right, so now for demo purposes, I'm gonna back up for a second. Go back to my control, and I'm gonna go ahead and no, not to control. Sorry, we're gonna go to gameplay. Assist. Assist is where it is. Okay, so we're going to turn on the auto shift, and I will turn on the auto reverse for demonstration. And auto start the engine. You can turn it to where you don't have to press the button and hold the button down to start the car and everything. Basically, it makes it more like an arcade style driving game from the arcades, if you guys remember those. Okay, so what that means is this now, it'll still shift it, but it doesn't do it. I don't need to do it. Basically, the car will go into the gear I want it to go into automatically. I don't have to use the shifter. So if I just have a wheel, the game is fine with that. Let's see what's passing us here. So there's an ambulance. So you see the car is shifting automatic. I hold it down to stop. Now once I've stopped, if I press the brake again and hold it down, it's reverse. And then to stop and reverse, I hold the gas down. Once I have the gas pressed, let it go, press it again, and it's forward. And I'm going to turn up those sounds a little bit. I still want to hear that car. Okay, so then you do have a map. You can look on the map. Green arrow indicates where you are. These show you where a vendor is. This shows you where some missions are. You can get another hitchhiker, or we can drive down the street. And if you notice, the car is slowly drifting. So even though we're in the map, the car is drifting. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the car so we don't drift. Okay. So let's see. Let's go over here where it looks like that's a tuning shop. That's a car dealer. Truck job. Okay, so let's go get a truck job. Okay, so right-clicking, set the destination. Right-clicking, set the path. Okay? So now we go here. So we got on our GPS right down there. Looks good. Oh, daylight is on. So all I have to do is hold down the gas, and the game is automatically shifting for me. So what it looks like with this car is it's only 4 gears. So because it's only 4 gears, that's why the game does not, it didn't recognize my 5th and 6th gear on my shifter, even though I have it programmed. Other vehicles in the game do have 5th and 6th gear. All right, so that's that mode. Now, if I switch to sport, you get a lot more power out of the car. But you're more likely to crash. And there is a handbrake feature. I don't have it programmed, but you can program a handbrake. See if I can power brake this thing. Oh, a little burnout on the road there. And if we slam the brake, not bad. Let's use drift mode. Drift mode. Just curious what it's going to do. Oh, yeah. Vehicle mechanics, they seem nice. It's pretty well balanced. I should program that handbrake. See what kind of sliding I can do. Maybe for the next video. All right, so here's a trucking job. So you got multiple vehicles in here. You got trailers and everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and park. So then once we're parked, it gives you the option. We can turn on our hazard lights, our regular lights, which don't need to be on because it's daytime now. You got autopilot in game. There is an autopilot. I haven't tried that feature out yet. Virtual mirror drift. We can summon a vehicle, and we can reset the camera. But here what we want to do is exit the vehicle. So we're going to exit the vehicle. And you see the indicator because the job is to pick up a pickup truck. All right, new quest, pick up cargo. Find a warehouse and pick up the cargo. Set as destination. It puts it right on the map for me, which is right there. So that'll be easy. So depending on what kind of experience you're looking for, you guys can drive in third-person view. Or if you're looking for that more immersion, you got the first-person view. Truck does handle differently from the car. Looking for the mark there. Okay. I see it turning green. Okay, there we go. There we are. Okay. So now we can pick up delivery just like that. So we have options now. We have all of these options of deliveries we can make. So we click one. And like this one is 441 coin, but it is all the way on the other side of the map. This one is 419, all the way on the edge of this map. Then closer ones. Okay, so they're not closer. Okay, here's the distance right here. Not necessarily closer, maybe just less valuable cargo. So we got this one for 759, which is a whole pallet. So I'm going to take that one. That's the most highest paying one. I can't load it. Maybe it was... Oh, it's too big. It's too big of a delivery, so I can't make it. So, oh, look, it even gives you what you're actually delivering. It shows you right here how it will fit in the truck. Okay, so we can take... Let's take... Let's take that for 419. Deliver to the destination. Okay. All right, so we've got a destination set. All right. Off we go. Checking left, checking right. Pull out into the road. And we've got our pallets. So like I said, you do want to obey traffic laws, and you know, the more immersive you want to be with the game, the better. This is early access, so there's tons of stuff still to come. But this game has been fantastic with the wheel. A lot of fun. You can see the weight shift in the truck does affect. You can see the truck wanting to slide sideways. If you do drive off the road and get stuck, it does have a recovery service. Pretty much uses the in-game currency for everything. So, you know, you'd have to pay to get your truck out and stuff like that. You can feather the gas on your, if you have a gas pedal, if you're playing with pedals, you can feather it. You know, it responds appropriately. There's a police car right there. If you crash, it's not really so much that your truck gets damaged, but it's more not visually damaged, but what you get is engine damage, engine trouble. Let's go full immersion here. You know, we could even drive with our flashers on if we wanted to, for safety, if you feel like that's something you want to do. And then you got hitchhikers along the way. I wonder if, even though I'm delivering this stuff, I wonder if I could pick up a hitchhiker still. Yeah, you could still pick up a hitchhiker at the same time, which is pretty cool. Let me see if maybe one's on the way. Let's see, because it shows us the map, I believe, right? So we'll stop there. Could you give me a ride? No, they want to go way up here. I don't want to go way up there. So I'm not going to accept that. See you, lady. I'm out of here. So it's nice. It's a really relaxing game. No pressure. I'm really curious about like the other assignments, like the police officer. I don't know. I'm assuming real players would be able to join that. I'm hoping that real players could take that role in the game and, enforce the traffic laws in the game, which could be pretty cool. If they catch you, burning tires and stuff like that, they come in and fine you for some of the in-game currency. So you see up in the sky, far in the distance, you can see the destination point. If I get past this tree line here, right, how it's 900 meters. All right, so it's giving me the headlight warning, which probably means that the sun is setting soon. So we'll turn on my headlights. So destination's 800 meters. Just keep following the GPS. You got a rear view mirror. You can see your cargo. All right, so now it's getting dark. Got our lights on. Watch out for the bus. All right, I'm going to turn on my brights so I can see a little bit more of what's going on up ahead. The island's a little dark, so turning on the headlights makes things a little easier. All right, so there was a crash. My fault completely. I think I just lost the cargo. Okay, so let's see. What can we do? Oh my God, that bus just took my... The bus is pushing my delivery. Oh my God, what's going on? Bus, I need that. My box is literally stuck to the front of that bus. Excuse me. I gotta get this bus to stop. The bus is stealing my goods. I gotta cut him off. Cargo is dropped. Okay, so if I get out, okay, so I can reload it. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So that's cool. So you can put your cargo back in, put it back in the truck. I've missed my turn. So I'm going to upset the bus again. Turn back around. Do I still have my cargo? Yes, I still have it. All right. Little detour there. Got to finish my job, man. I need my money. All right, so there's the destination. So I did have to get out to fix that. There's some dump trucks. A lot of cool trucks in the game. The game drives well. Oh, no, not in there. Sorry. Further up the road. Further up the road. Back in here. And, okay, so it looks like I gotta back it up to the warehouse there. Turn the camera. Okay, let's line that back up. All right, straight back. Why? Okay, the camera wants to turn automatically. All right, there it is. New quest. Level up to driver level 2 is the quest. You can get driving experience by driving any vehicle. Okay, cool. So we drop that off. We got our money. We now have up in the top left, you see 290. Profit shared to vehicle owner minus 120. So we had to borrow the truck. So part of the profit went to the truck owner. So we only made a portion. So then you see over here, you've got trailers, you've got other pickup trucks, you've got semi trucks, you've got small little work trucks. So really cool stuff. So right here, for example, if I jump out of my truck, I go over here and like I want to drive this truck, let's just say. So it gives me the option, button 0, drive, right? So I can press the button, but then it tells me no, not yet. Required level 15 on the box truck and a level 30 of driving XP. So I say, okay, no problem. So I can't drive that. But pretty much any vans, pickup trucks, basic vehicles, we can drive. All right, one last thing. Just to show you, let's see here. You can't hijack anybody, okay? It's not that type of game. No hijacking. You get the trucks that are parked, empty vehicles and such. But I would like to try out the handbrake. So I'm going to go ahead and program a handbrake button for a second on the control. So currently, handbrake I don't have assigned. I'm going to go ahead and make it button 16, which is my shifter up and to the right. Actually, no, let's do it just straight up, so button 14, since we're not using a shifter currently. But I'm just curious as to what... Okay, so we can see it locking up there. So if I put this thing in sport mode, let's see if we can get sideways. That's a lot of fun. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can make a corner nice. This isn't the best vehicle to do this in. That wasn't handbrake. Hold on. These guys are in the way. All right, here's a right turn right here. Oh, a little too much. A little too much. That's okay though. That's okay. I could definitely see the mod community get behind this game, putting in some cool car bodies and such. I should have tried this earlier in the other car. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, so we've just activated the cops. And now they are coming after me because I was driving on the wrong side of the road. So if we look in the mirror, here he comes. Okay, so he's pulling me over. So obviously, you choose what you want to do. We're going to go ahead and pull over for the officer. Hazard lights are on. There he is. And we just got charged. 200 in-game coins. Fine for a collision for crashing and fine for driving the wrong way. And that's it. They fine you and they drive off. If you look in the settings, when you go to options, you look at control, and you take this down to Right here, you have siren. Siren and this button. And you can program a button, obviously. So that tells me that obviously the police cars, the ambulances, those will be fun because I know there are ambulance missions from the map. So that looks like a lot of fun. I've programmed the horn, but I don't remember. I think it's... There it is. Signal getting back on. So that cop did not like all our hot dogging. So we're back on the road. Okay, so here comes a nice hard right turn. Around a bunch of school buses. Oh, top speed. Hang on. Top speed, top speed. In the truck. 114. Ooh, nice U-turn. Whoops. All right. I was trying to get going the other direction, but there we go. All right, let's try it. Let's try to accelerate. Pop a left with the handbrake. Oh, pretty good mechanic. Pretty good. So there you go, guys. That is a look at this game. We've got a couple hours into the game at this point. That's how far I've gone. I've already started a new character for this. The other character I have is I only played for about an hour and a half or so. So I have a lot to explore, a lot to do. That truck's just going to keep on going by. Oh, look, it's a Volkswagen Beetle van. So lots of stuff to explore, lots of stuff to try. I think this game has great opportunity. I think that from reading the reviews on Steam, the developers are replying to those comments. Looks like they definitely have a vested interest in seeing the game succeed. Complaints that they can handle, it looks like they're trying to address right away, which I think is super cool on the developer's part. I love a driving game that works with this wheel. This wheel makes everything more fun, but the game is completely workable on a keyboard. It's nice that immersion, have blinkers work, brake lights work, reverse lights come on, your high beams. You have to go to the gas station. All those things are immersive, and that's really what these games should be about. You get the hitchhikers, you got deliveries you can make. You pick which delivery you want to make, where on the map you want to go. I'm sure that more maps will come along as the developers get more more insight and get more comfortable with everything. Obviously, it looked like the menu could scroll, but we're not there yet, which is completely understandable at this point in the game. Guys, if you like the content, drop a subscription right here on YouTube. I also stream 4 nights a week over on Twitch, twitch.tv/JohnnyBoy0056. I'm going to get myself out of the road. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.